we are here out for a 6:30 ride in Haycycling Community. This is Steve Gruse's Cycling Greek. We are doing another Natalia training ride. Now, these training rides are huge. I wouldn't be doing this unless she was out here. So I'd be doing endurance. Yeah, the pressure's on now. Yeah. So the endurance has helped me. The endurance has helped me a lot. The challenge though with these rides, and these rides are they could be 90 to 110 miles, and last week we did 90 miles and 12,000 feet. And so I just do straight endurance, obviously because it's so long, but because I am a fib boy. And I've noticed the first time, especially the first time and a little bit the second time because it was a little more, I just had to be careful when I got home because I could just feel I was just a little weak. The heart was fine. There were no palpitations, which I was surprised about, but I just had to be careful. And I also noticed that each week I'm getting stronger doing this. And I have to do a tremendous amount of recovery. I mean, focused recovery. Eating the right things, eating enough. What else do I have to do? Massage. Oh, that's a big thing. If I don't do massage, then I'm lost. Anyway, so we're now doing another big one, and this has heat training in it. Last week had a bit of heat training too. Last week the temperatures had gone up 10 degrees, and now they're up another 10 degrees. So I'm doing straight summer wear, even though it's 6:30 in the morning here. Oh yeah, forgot to tell you. Forget this 11-hour thing. You're going under 10 and a half total. Your abilities. The main challenge for the next half hour is focus on those rest stops. See, whenever she drops me, I keep lowering her goal. So we forgot to include into the link my ride, we're going to have minimal rest stop time. Okay. Last week when we came down this way and we climbed this again, and she was going like 25% faster than I was. Jesus. From the beginning, yeah. I was starting to suffer at the end. This is about 15 minutes into the ride. On huge rides like this, I have this internal governor that when I hit a certain intensity level, I just back off. I don't go past it. This is a long ride. If I overdo it trying to stay up with them, I'm going to be miserable at the end of the ride. And here's just the first instance where I just let these guys go. The second time, and fortunately the last time, was on the first major climb. So remember, worst case, I'll connect with you guys when you come back down Tamarack, as I'm going up.
Are you guys taking a break at the gas station below out there?
Maybe, ask Natalia.
Okay.
But breaks only be for like water stops and stuff.
Yeah.
Definitely in Shaver.
I'm guessing we're about 15 miles into the ride. We're somewhere between 1,500 and 2,000 feet in elevation, and we're going to be climbing to about 7,500 feet in elevation at about the 40-mile mark. I look for riders strong in climbing endurance to join us so they can be a challenge and to have somebody that Natalia can ride with. Natalia has exceeded my abilities in this area, and I certainly don't want her slowing for me, thereby minimizing her improvement. I also prefer that she doesn't do this training in the mountains alone.
They are out of sight, and that's okay. I told them that once we got to this climb, just to do your pace. I told her that. Do her pace, and worst case, when they're coming back down from the top of Tamarack, which is about 7,500 feet, then I'll turn around with them. I'm getting my workout just by doing endurance here. I don't need to ruin her workout. Pretty much I'm climbing at endurance and lower tempo. Nothing more than that. There's a lot of climbing, so I can't afford to be shooting bullets off or using more energy at the beginning than I need to. My heart rate, I try to keep it below LT1, but you know, some of the pitches like this one, it'll creep up like 5 beats over. Good. I was hoping they didn't stop here. If she did, I was going to yell at her. Oh, they stopped up there. I get to yell at her. Did someone have a flat? Did someone have a flat? Oh, then why'd you stop? Oh, that's my extent of yelling at her. This first event that Natalia is training for is 155 miles, 15,000 feet of climbing. Her original goal was 10.5 hours of ride time with a half hour of off the bike time, but I think she can do 10.5 hours overall. Even though I think that her final goal time will be set probably a week before that event, and that event is going to be in mid-June. On the weekend, on Saturdays, we've been doing big training rides like what you're seeing now. But that's not all that goes into setting a fast time on this event, much less any event of this type. There are other details you have to pay attention to, such as minimizing your off-the-bike time. That is not only something that has to be practiced, but you have to have the right setup for it. When I had done this event in the past, and as a much younger cycling Greek, I'd come in second, and I had carried extra water bottles so I could bypass the first rest stop. Any rest stop that I did go into, I went in there focused and rushed. Rushed to the point that I was borderline asshole. Digressing, as an aside, that Climb to Kaiser event was the first time that the future Mrs. Cycling Greek had done it. That's just the first aspect. The second aspect is pacing. If you go shooting your bullets off like I was mentioning earlier at the beginning, you're going to be suffering at the end. And that's the position I took on this particular training ride. That doesn't necessarily mean go slow. That means pick and choose your battles. You want to finish strong, and you want to make sure that you're sufficiently strong, not wrecked, for those parts of the course which are a challenge to you. And this leads to the last item for this video. Free speed. There are parts in the course where just a little bit of extra effort will yield you large gains. As an example, I'm on one of those sections now. I'm past the first major climb. I passed the others when they were waiting there for me, and now I'm going to the town of Shaver, which is about another 5 miles. It has a lot of climbing, but there's undulation. It's the part of the course that you're currently seeing on the video. If there's a part of the course that descends, I'm not just sitting on the bike, I'm spinning, unless the descent is so steep that it's taking me toward 40 miles an hour. These type of descents are going to be on the second part of this training ride. Through repetition, I have the benefit of being familiar with these roads. I know which bumps I can stand and punch it over to maintain my speed and take advantage of what's after that, and also knowing which bumps that I'm not going to be able to punch over, just keep on moving and to just get over the top. You need the training, you need the climbing miles, but you also need these last 3 items if you're going for time. Okay, I started the timer. So how much time did you spend at the last rest stop that you didn't need to stop for? Give me just a minute. I'm slowing up just a bit. My legs are pretty much okay, but just taking care of my heart. We are now in the town of Huntington. Notice the snow on the sides of the road. They had to stack it up because there was nowhere else to put the snow when they were scraping out for the roads. We are 8 miles below Kaiser Pass, and the road to Kaiser Pass, which is right before Huntington, though it's not blocked at the intersection, which may be because there's a pumping station right above it, the road's closed because of all the snow. You just can't get through it. The reason why you had just seen us stop and kind of look around is we're a little lost. We're looking for the restaurant with the store, but we just can't tell where it is because of all the snow. We think we're going too far, we may not be going far enough. Anyway, we turn around from here and we do find the store. Or at least another store, not the one I was thinking about. The reason we continued past Tamarack into Huntington is because Natalia said, you know, we need to do more climbing. So by doing this, we added about 3,000 feet. We decided to go over Tamarack and descend into Huntington. So now we're leaving Huntington, going back to Tamarack. It's going to be a 9 mile, 12 mile, not sure, 9 mile, and 2,000 feet of climbing. It's a good day.
You got 113. Wow. 11.8, 7?
11.3.
11.3, okay. There you go. Man, yeah, like I was saying earlier, I've improved just riding with you. Usually I'm the last one to leave, but...
Sorry. Steve, you can leave.
No, this is good video material. But I'm not going until she's going. It got hot at the end, just as I expected it to, because we spent some time on the flats at the bottom. Got some little more heat training in. 112 miles. I'll see what the elevation gain is. It's going to be at least 11,000 feet. Even though I'm coaching her, training with her has gotten me stronger. Okay, bye-bye. Wave to the camera. Okay. There you go. Okay. Time to go home. I've got some mowing to do. I've got some mowing to do. There we go.